Everyone remembers their first love. The excitement, the butterflies, the feeling that maybe, just maybe, you found your person. But not everyone remembers their first betrayal. This is the story of a young man whose first love story began like a romantic movie and ended in a way he never saw coming. Because sometimes the person who breaks your heart isn't the one you fall in love with. It's the one you trusted enough. The story begins when Jeff met Ben through an app. Ben was only a year older than him, 19 while he was 17, only months away from turning 18 himself. Ben lived only about 34 minutes away and had a passion for cars, trucks, racing, and motorsports. Before long, conversations about everyday life turned to conversations about race car drivers and legendary crashes. Ben had unknowingly introduced him to an entirely new world. As time passed, friendship slowly became something more. Eventually, he worked up the courage to ask Ben out. He was nervous, shy, terrified of ruining the friendship. At first, Ben told him he probably would have said yes if they had met in person first. But then his answer changed. Ben explained that although he was bisexual, he was leaning more toward wanting a girlfriend. The answer hurt, but not enough to lose a friend over. He respected Ben's boundaries and chose friendship instead. What he didn't know was that this decision would eventually change everything. Later that same day, while preparing to leave for a family vacation to Los Angeles, he casually checked his phone and found someone nearby. That's when he met Chris. Chris was kind, charming, and a little bit country. A cowboy type. He was the same age, although Chris had already turned 18. The two clicked almost instantly. As they talked, they discovered they shared a mutual connection through one of Chris's exes, who happened to also be someone he knew. After hearing about what had happened between them, both decided to cut ties with the ex and move forward. While he was in Los Angeles, he and Chris talked constantly. Plans were made. Excitement grew. They agreed that when he returned home, they would finally meet for their first date. For him, this wasn't just another date. It was his first real date. He was so excited he would literally kick his feet thinking about it. His father agreed to let him go, with one condition: his mother would come along to make sure he got there and back safely. His friends were thrilled for him. After all, he was known as the innocent one in the group. The day finally arrived. After an hour-and-a-half drive and a few extra minutes trying to find each other, they met and headed to a Mexican restaurant while his mother waited outside in the car. Outside, snow quietly fell from the sky. Inside, they sat across from one another, nervous and excited. He deliberately ordered the cheapest thing on the menu because he didn't want Jeff spending too much money on him. They talked about their lives, their friends, their families, and shared wholesome photos from their phones. Then something happened. Jeff suddenly became quiet. He looked nervous.